Jerry Jones has already insulted Mike McCarthy, we mentioned earlier, when he talked about poor play design. And so now there's an issue with this thing about Troy Aikman. And now they want to ask Jerry Jones about the Troy Aikman issue. What is his take on Troy Aikman? You can only guess what his response is about Troy Aikman, but I'm going to let him say it before I respond.
In y'all's film study, did you see any of that in a RJ and RJ 105.3 The Fan, as Choppy would like it to be renamed? Jerry, what did you think of Troy Aikman's wide receiver comments about route running? And in y'all's film study, did you see any of that and agree with any of what Troy said?
Troy knows football. My goodness, he lives it. But when he was here, he's one of the most astute and hardworking people I've ever seen.
Did y'all hear that? Jerry said Troy Aikman knows football. Jerry said Troy Aikman knows football. And do you notice what he did earlier? He said there is poor play design. Y'all remember what I told you yesterday? Folk think he's just talking about the route running. He's also talking about the routes. If they're running poor routes, there's a difference in running routes poorly and running poor routes. They could be running routes poorly. They are running some of those routes poorly. CeeDee Lamb does need to run routes better, but they're also running bad routes. Y'all hear what Jerry Jones is saying? Troy Aikman got credibility. I don't have to tell you what I saw. I believe what Troy saw. I believe what Troy saw. Watch him tell you what I told you yesterday about Troy Aikman. Why is Troy Aikman watching film on the Dallas Cowboys and he don't even have them coming up? Because Troy Aikman loves the Dallas Cowboys. Listen to what Jerry says.
At evaluating tape or looking at how a team is playing. Troy's credible, boy, and should be. And not only that, you can imagine he's not just interested in taking a whack at the Cowboys. He feels as much or more than anybody does about the Cowboys. He's very professional. I think he's very fair. And certainly you can look at what we've been doing. You can look at such things as the separation compared to other teams. That's that analytics that you work with today. But fundamentally, I was talking with Mike, and our players need to work on, when they've got tight coverage, they need to work on pushing on through physical contact, pushing on through it. Now, that's just an example. That's not the only thing.
Did I not say the same thing last week and yesterday? Did I not say the same thing? They're not fighting through. They're not fighting through the route. CeeDee Lamb is not fighting whenever they're trying to jam him. He's not fighting through the defender. When Dak throws it underthrown, or if Dak throws it to the wrong side, the problem with CeeDee, he's not trying to get to the ball. CeeDee could have easily contested both of those interceptions in the red zone. Even if they were not going to be touchdowns, CeeDee could have contested them, but he didn't. Y'all hear what he said? Troy Aikman is credible. Let me bring y'all's attention to something. Got an article here. Let me see here. I got an article here. And this article is absolutely astounding. Let me see. Maybe I didn't. Oh, yeah. Here it is. So in this article on the Athlon, I want y'all to see, for y'all who can see on your screens, y'all remember when we went over Mike McCarthy's press conference yesterday? Let me read it for the folk who listening. Let me tell you what Mike McCarthy's response was. When Nick Harris, I think his name, asked him, what do you think about Troy Aikman's comments? Mike McCarthy said, they don't carry weight with me because I watch all the tape. I get to go to the meetings. I'm at practice. I'm a part of the games. So I have a clear understanding of what and where. Troy's statements in particular, I don't agree with the word selection because it's hurting my team's feelings. That's not in there. That's me adding that. There is definitely need for improvement in every position, not just one position that he commented on. Ooh, let's not hurt people's feelings. Jerry Jones is hurting people's feelings. Jerry Jones is hurting people's feelings, in particular Mike McCarthy. Are y'all listening? Jerry Jones not only agreed with Troy Aikman once, he agreed with him twice. Y'all heard what he said? Troy is credible. But anybody familiar with Sade? Sade used to be she's one of the greatest artists ever. One of the greatest artists, especially in the 80s and the 90s, I believe it is. She had a song called Smooth Operator. Do y'all know Jerry Jones is a smooth operator? Jerry Jones is sitting here while Mike McCarthy says that it don't hold weight. You don't think Jerry Jones heard those comments? Jerry Jones just told 105.3 The Fan, I actually hear y'all comments when I'm not on here. Y'all don't think he know what Mike McCarthy said on DallasCowboys.com? You don't think it got back to him that he said that Troy Aikman's comments don't hold weight? Y'all remember what Jerry Jones said last week? Wait a cotton picking minute. Hold on a second. I'm about to crush Mike McCarthy. Your play calling is trash. Poor play design. Trash. What do you think about Troy Aikman's statements? He didn't come to the rescue of Mike McCarthy. He didn't come to the rescue of the team. He said, Troy Aikman, his statements carry weight with me. And then he goes on to say, Troy is credible. And then says, he's very astute. Did y'all hear what he almost said? He said Troy is but then he said he likes the Cowboys, but he's fair. You didn't hear what he said, almost said, did you? Troy Aikman is vested in the Cowboys. Mike McCarthy should have never fixed his mouth to say something that crazy. Don't you dare say when Troy Aikman says something, don't you dare say this man who played quarterback at a high level in the NFL, don't you dare say what he say don't carry weight with me. It need to be. It need to be carrying weight, Mike McCarthy, because I'll tell you this. Troy Aikman don't write them checks. But Jerry Jones write them checks. He might not fire you during the season. And it seems like he's leaning towards no matter what you do, he's going to respectfully allow you to finish the season. But make no mistake about it. Jerry Jones just said something. Are y'all hearing it? What Troy Aikman says does carry weight around here. It does carry weight. Listen to this. I'm not done. Well, listen to this.
But I'm pretty confident that we've got the ability to coach, and we've got some receivers that take the coaching and can improve. That's the big thing. Improve.
Wait a minute. We got the coaching. We got the receivers that'll take the coaching, and we will and can improve. Guess who he just threw that back in the lap of? Mike McCarthy. Mike McCarthy. I said it yesterday. This on Mike McCarthy. What Troy Aikman is talking about is on Mike McCarthy. What Dak Prescott has been saying, we need to practice harder. And then Mike McCarthy comes back and says, well, we practice hard according to the global positioning system. And we're strapping these things on the people and we're monitoring them in practice. Are you monitoring them in the game? Do you strap these things on them in the game so you can see what kind of effort they're giving? You're saying that they're up year over year. They're up over 22 and 23 when you were 16 and 0 at home. Not translating on the field, is it? Your machines are not translating on the field, Mike McCarthy. Your analytics, they're not translating on the field. All these people are talking about Mike McCarthy. That's who they're talking about. Now, we got Kevontae Turpin. Kevontae Turpin decides that he is going to get in the mix, and he is also going to try to clap back at Troy Aikman. Y'all don't think that Jerry Jones knows what Kevontae Turpin said? Let me show you what Kevontae Turpin said. It says, to this point, the Cowboys have failed on that objective and should not be absolved of such criticism, even as they reject Aikman's critique. Oh, so we got people in their feelings. They're saying what Troy Aikman is saying is not true when we can all go look at the tape and know what he's saying is true. That's why he said, I look at the tape. Said Kevontae Turpin. Troy, whatever he fake thinks he knows from outside the building, that's his opinion. But in this, we all in here together. We just trying to be better and do what we do to get a win. Y'all know what's so good about sports? You don't have to be in the building to know what Troy Aikman said. Now, Troy Aikman don't know what's going on inside the building. Troy Aikman actually said that Dak Prescott may look at this and say that I'm wrong. But Troy says, but from my perspective, from playing high-level quarterback in this league, winning 3 Super Bowls, playing with superstars, playing against some of the best teams to ever play the game, with what y'all are putting on tape, Kevontae Turpin. He didn't say with what y'all are putting in the locker room. He said with what you're putting on tape.